Hi guys, it's Matt here, and I just want to go through a quick tutorial on how to use an LFO to create a drum and bass in Serum 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick a analog synth waveform, and I'll go for a MDC, something that I can spread across the waveforms quite easily like that. And what does that sound like? Let's take the octave down. Take the octave down, and on Oscillator B I'm going to go choose we got CJW. Yeah, that morphs quite well. I'm going to click Alt and copy Oscillator A to Oscillator C, and I'm going to take the tuner. I'm going to take the octave down on the middle one here. So I'll go -2 octaves on the first one, -1, and then -1. So on Oscillator B, I'm going to take the voices of unison up to 16. Slightly detune that. On the first oscillator, I'm going to take the random and the phase, take those completely off, and I'll run all of these through the filter, and just give myself a bit of a tack on the envelope 1, a little bit of release. So next thing I'm going to do is go get a LFO. I'm going to go down to 2-bar dot restart, and I'm just going to widen these a bit, just bring some curvature up to these waveforms, and then I'm going to drag LFO 1 onto the cutoff. I need to take the rate right down. Should have said I've got the BPM on 171, and I just put that to envelope mode. Take that last one down, so we start getting some nice movement there. Just take the cutoff, and I'm also going to drag LFO 1 onto the wavetable position. I'll take the catchment area down a bit. Do the same on the wave position of Oscillator B. So the catchment area is in a slightly different place. I'm going to take the LFO and put it on wave position on the Oscillator C. And I'm just playing around with that to taste, really. In fact, let's take this to a basic shapes on Oscillator C. Frequency modulation from C. Gives a bit of harmonics there. And then I think I'm ready to go into the effects section, and the first thing I'm going to do is put some distortion on. Take the drive up, and I'll put the LFO onto the drive as well, which is basically what this technique's all about, just putting the LFO, having one LFO controlling all parameters. Put a compressor on, and then I'm going to put on a hyper dimension for the width, get some width in that sound. And then I'm going to put on a EQ, and what I'm going to do is just raise the gain slightly and raise the high end slightly, and use that LFO to control the gain. So I'm going to use the EQ there as a bit of an effect as well, and drag LFO 1 onto the gain of the high end, and a bit of secret sauce on the end there. I'm going to put the convolve reverb on, and I'm going to go short, and my favorite one is the digital gated. I just dropped that octave on the square wave there, just to give it a bit more beef. I've just dropped the octave there on the sub as well to -2. And there we go, quite a clean drum and bass style bass there, with the LFOs controlling most of the parameters. So you're not having different LFOs doing different things. It's all one sound, if that makes sense. So I hope that's useful, guys. Tune in next time and I'll do another video using Serum 2. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.